I mean, I'm sure there was a bunch like what you were telling me that story. I think was it when you were in Florida and you're
Oh
at a
shit.
retreat and you guys went to a bar, right?
Yeah, yeah. So we went into we were in Sarasota, Florida. We were at a in fact it was a church conference, and we were just hanging out, and I went to go take a leak. And while I was taking a leak, this big old like dude the size of the Undertaker, like 6 foot whatever, like really tall, came up to me, and he was drunk. So I'm like, uh-oh, this might be trouble. But he came up to me right where I was, you know, going to go wash my hands, and he said, "You Chinese? Yes. Can you speak some Chinese for me?" I'm like, oh
Oh my
hell no,
God.
man. Really? This guy wants to do that? Fuck. And so I said something smart. I said, "No, I'm not Chinese. I'm Filipino, and I speak pretty damn good English." And then he got pissed off. He started chasing me out of the bathroom. When he chased me out of the bathroom, the girlfriend or the wife, I don't know, saw him. She started holding back. My friends who were with me, who were all white guys, tall 6 foot white guys, saw that stuff and that I was gonna go throw it down with like some character that looked like the Undertaker, and and I was ready to knock that dude in the knees too, because I'm like, oh hell no, I don't want to fight this dude. This is not going to be a winning proposition, or it's not going to look good. But at least you could take them down like a tree. Um, and yeah, but the guy's girlfriend or wife got in there, and she was a very apologetic and kind of like pushed him out of the way, pushed him out of the place. But we were all heated by then. I was like saying all kinds of like stuff, just calling him like a MFer and, F you and all this other, stuff. And, uh, but yeah, I mean, those are outward kind of signs of like racist stuff. And I don't think that they expect Asian people to like say stuff. Usually we kind of like just, humbly look, smile and just try to get out of the way. But when we say stuff, they get all like, what the hell? You know? And that guy he was both like surprised that I said something and then, and then, I mean, in hindsight, I was thinking, oh man, what kind of strategy? I could knock him in the knees, try to crack his kneecap, or I could offer him a beer, but by then he's already quite enraged and he's already drunk already. So what do you say? Um, but luckily I had backup too. I mean that kind of helped. I wasn't alone, and that I'm grateful for.
Was that also a repressed memory?
No, someone had to remind me of it, but it kind of, yeah, like usually I just kind of like laugh that off now, just simply because it's just like, wow, that's how it was in the 90s, wasn't it? And I'm sure that's the way it was in a lot of places, and maybe even now it's still that's the way. But it's a memory that most of the time we just kind of like sit there and laugh about it as a memory that okay, at least I've grown. I don't know if that dude's ever grown, but I've grown, and maybe he'll say stuff like I'm a different person now because look, I have I have I have I have black friends or whatever, say some
I'm not racist.
microaggressive thing like that, uh but to me, a lot of times I don't like to talk about race because it gets me stirred up. It's it's a subject that you look at it with uh, both with a sense of dignity because you kind of rise above it, and but then you say, wow, all that weird systemic stuff is, it exists, but it just exists in different ways. It has evolved.